It's Adam with Theros Media for another Google Ads breakdown. Today we're looking at Sky Clean Air out of San Diego. They are both an air conditioning HVAC company and a duct cleaning company. And it looks like they clean attics and crawl spaces as well. So let's take a look at their advertising, see how they can improve it and double their conversions. So first things first, this is the landing page they're running advertising to. It looks like Value Pack is doing their advertising. Yep, Value Pack Media is doing their advertising. So Value Pack is the, if you ever seen the flyers inside, sometimes mailboxes, newspapers, that's Value Pack, and they're doing their advertising here. So the landing page doesn't look terrible. Landing page is, standard landing page, but the only problem is the advertising that they're doing is for HVAC installations running to a air duct cleaning landing page. So the two don't match up. That's not a good thing. It's probably killing your conversions a ton. And probably not converting at all from it. So take a look at that. That's the landing page. HVAC installation experts. So this is ductless air conditioner, HVAC showing up. So the ads don't match the keyword. So that can be one of two things. Either you have a ton of keywords inside the same ad group showing the same ads, and they're showing the same ads for keywords that are unrelated in the ad group, or you are using a broad match keyword. It can be a couple different things, but a broad match keyword, and then it is showing your HVAC ads for ductless air conditioner because broad match kind of captures everything. Those are probably the main two. You're probably not bidding on ductless air conditioner with HVAC ad. That wouldn't make much sense if you're building out a campaign like that, but sometimes it does happen. So I would recommend keyword pruning. If you don't want to bid on ductless air conditioner inside an HVAC ad, you take out the search term that ductless air conditioner is showing up for. It shows usually ductless air conditioner. And then exclude that from your campaign or your ad group, whatever you want to exclude it from. But typically, I like to build out service campaigns. So ductless campaigns, tankless campaigns, heat pump campaigns, air conditioner campaigns, boiler campaigns, furnace campaigns. So you can scale up and down depending on what you want for that month, because lead costs should be different between those service lines. Ductless service line lead cost can be up to $90. AC needs to be up to $50 because they're different revenue. They bring in different revenue for the business. A typical HVAC, typical ductless brings in about $7,900 on average. Typical AC brings in about $3,500 on average. So the two need to be accounted for differently. So that's one thing I do. I know a long-winded answer, but keyword pruning is going to be important. Back in September, got a contractor, spent $2,300. They got back $91,000 back in revenue because of keyword pruning. So that's definitely important. Now, for your website, you do have a Facebook pixel, which is great. But for your landing pages, you don't, which is not good. Maybe you have other landing pages other than this from Value Pack Media. Maybe Value Pack is running your advertising. I'm not entirely sure if they're doing all your advertising, but doesn't look like you should be. Anyway, your website looks pretty good. You have a Facebook pixel installed on it, so we recommend installing the Facebook pixel on your landing pages. And then, so your website looks good. Your Google homepage looks good as well. 5 stars pretty much everywhere, so we know to take care of your clients, so that's a good thing. The only thing we'd recommend is running a branded campaign. And the reason being is most times HVAC companies, air duct cleaning companies have their search terms in their brand names. And you see at the bottom here that people are advertising on your brand name, and you are losing some traffic to that. A lot of times you'll see it on the very top, and maybe this time you don't because they're not spending enough in that campaign. But once they start bumping up that cost per click, then they will start to show up on the very top and then take your search traffic for your brand name. So preventing that is definitely important. We see about 25% more traffic in brand searches because of brand name or brand visitors because of direct brand advertising on Google. Don't know another way to put it. So your Facebook page looks pretty good. It's updated pretty infrequently, actually, so it hasn't been updated in a couple of months. So we recommend updating it once every couple weeks, once every 2 weeks at least. And you're not advertising on Facebook, which is not a bad thing, but we will recommend retargeting the people who visited your landing pages with ads on Facebook. Facebook's usually the easiest one to get started with. Google Display Network, we use all of them. Display Network, YouTube, retargeting, search ads, all that type of stuff. But Facebook's usually the easiest to get started with because you need a very little amount of search traffic. You need about 25 visitors to your landing page. Usually you can get that throughout the month. Display Network, YouTube, you need about 1,000. So a lot of times you don't have that on your landing pages throughout a month. And Facebook's the easiest one to get started with because they have lead forms, because you can use almost any creative. So those are all the merits for Facebook advertising for retargeting. Now, retargeting your visitors, so sending them back to their landing page. So let's say you are advertising for Douglas intentionally, and you want more estimates. Now, you send out a designer to the house after the estimate schedule. You send out a designer. Designer gives them an estimate, and then never follows up with them to make sure that they got the estimate, so they understood it. They wanted changes because a lot of times Douglas, they want changes. So that's what you're doing now for your advertising without retargeting. You're sending out a designer and never following up with that customer. You would never do that for your sales. You should never do that for your advertising. So retargeting is going to be important for you. So the 3 things we recommend: retargeting, definitely. Using a landing page, definitely. You are using landing pages, so using the landing page that matches the advertising you're doing is definitely one we recommend for you to do. And then keyword pruning. Keyword pruning is going to help you out a ton, especially if you don't mean to be advertising for Douglas and you are. That's never good for anybody. So you'll stop spending money on the terms you don't want to spend money on that are not converting for you, and keep spending money on the terms that are. And you'll see over time, you'll get outsized returns. 20 times returns, 30 times returns is not out of the norm for a seasoned campaign that's really dialed in with keyword pruning. So hopefully this helps you. Hopefully you take it to make more money with it, and we'll talk to you soon.